What's your business?
I operate drilling equipment, oil and gas.
Uh-huh. The E in ESG is for environmental. You're in a dirty industry.
So I can't get no loan?
Well, maybe there's one more thing we can check. Do you have any female co-owners?
No, just me.
Ooh, have you ever identified as a woman? Or even just non-binary? It could really help your score.
What?
Your loan is denied.
That was a new digital ad from Heritage Action for America, highlighting how social and governance policies are destroying America's small businesses. The organization launching a campaign against ESG policies being used by woke corporations to screen investments based on a company's commitment to certain policies or values. Joining me now, Heritage Action for America Executive Director Jessica Anderson. It's not just woke corporations, Jessica, it's really many large major corporations, far and wide. Tell us more about this new campaign.
You're exactly right. The impact of these ESG standards or guidelines that are being put on financial institutions and businesses to decide who they invest in or who they do business with is reaching every single part of our American industry, not just the energy sector, not just the financial institutions. And so what we wanted to do with this campaign is first educate the American people about how dangerous and frankly how silly this effort is from the woke left, and then ultimately move these state lawmakers who we believe are in a prime position in state capitals across the country to take action against these ESG standards, stand up for the American worker, and ultimately protect state pensions and state investments. And we think that's going to be a critical thing that's going on as we head into the election year and 2023.
BlackRock responding to a letter from 19 state attorneys general calling the company out for investments they claim put leftist politics above the interests and returns of investors. This comes as former Attorney General Bill Barr co-writing a Wall Street Journal op-ed warning on how ESG policies have been used and potentially seen as a violation of fiduciary duty. Todd, jump in here.
As a shareholder, and not a very big one, but as a shareholder nonetheless through my 401k, IRA, and things like that, how is this not a violation of their fiduciary duty? Because when I'm buying a stock, and I like to think 99% of stockholders out there are like me, your number one goal is to make money. I don't care about all this stuff. And that's what the SEC used to, have their whole platform based around. How is this happening?
Well, I completely agree with that. The truth of the matter is these 19 attorney generals are standing up against BlackRock. And what does Larry Fink do? Instead of saying that there's actual reality and depth to this, he turns to his other woke board members and they all head pat him and say, tell the American people to go pound sand. So here we are, the American people, the American worker up against this huge tidal wave from the radical left. We have to start pushing back because businesses are completely out of touch with their original intent, which is to provide a good and service for the consumer. And that should be their priority, not this woke liberal agenda.
Right. A lot of these big businesses, like, say, a defense contractor, I just think that they're just trying to placate the lefties in charge to avoid regulation and to avoid them bearing down on them in other ways. So it's like, oh, we're going to do this. Can you leave us alone now? Jessica Anderson, thank you so much.